should not be the agreement now.
Madam, you just bring this tire come 2 hours ago. Now make me start this thing now.
But I expected you to have fixed this tire. Of course, I told you I have an appointment by 4 to catch up. Please just hasten up.
Madam, now make you return to the bell original tire. Make you the bell original tire.
Anyway, just hurry up. And later on, you guys will say there are no jobs opportunity. This is just what you'd have been able to fix and earn your income from it, and yet you are slacking behind. But it baffles me most times when we see certain youth who seems agile, being fragile and bustling with their present state of mind at the detriment of their success. Rather than to unravel and break out from their present convenience, they prefer to hang around their past, yet expecting success at its peak. They did prefer to reverence and befriend laziness, and yet try to select the truth and try to make the excuse of not being lazy. Well, nevertheless, I speak as it dawned on me of how we'll expect everything to be handed over to us and will never want to work. But I hate to bust your bubbles, as life isn't as easy as you think, for it takes working smart, determination, and a desire to be great to achieve greatness in everything you do.
Now, I speak in pain in support of society has become. I am innocent. That's all we say continuously. Each and every one of us seated right here will blame another but not ourselves. We say, I am innocent. Our teachers, even our priests, teaches us that we are the leaders of tomorrow, whereas our leaders eat our tomorrow today. We are teens, yet we are tamed by the limitations surrounding us, a limitation we all created. We live that values animals more than humans. Our education is oblivious. Our teens are misused, abused, confused, and introduced into things. But you see, our parents, even as Jews, also infuse the taboos in our views and making us obstruct into wrong views, making us believe that making money by all means is justified and we move into fraud. You see? But our priest teaches us to feast on Jesus Christ the King. They teach us materiality instead of spirituality. And that is why in church today we have so much emotionally heightened people than spiritually enlightened ones. And you see, our youth travel abroad to get applaud for those they are fraud. But yet we all sit, fold our hands and say, I am innocent.
And I wonder why most people are effective enough to work, but yet expect to pay salaries, and these things so little ineffective. But even immigrants who seems way too happy to take the jobs locals are too lazy to handle, they tend to slack off their duties and yet get too busy on their cell phones and postpone their own activities like a bone marrow stuck in a bone. The deed rather prefer to show off and yet not sure of how groomed and satisfied they are. They get addicted to mobile machines and comforts. And no one dare take a harder part of success, but rather shortcut it. We get to see teens of today's get addicted to mobile phones as they tend to sleep with it, wake up with it, live in it, and live a life preoccupied by it. And yet you expect success? Listen, my pain is that they try to compensate themselves with a certificate that can't even equate the rates of satisfaction they anticipate for. And even though they try to compensate themselves, they still complicate issues they could have checkmate.
Yes, you say to me, I am lazy. Wait, watch me. I pledge to be a lazy Nigerian. But yet, I work so hard and create more jobs than you do as government. Our government teaches media than the leaders. So we believe in social media than our teachers. But unknown to us, 99% of what you see in social media is either hyped or watered. You see, our youth try to live like celebrities and end up as thieves in this society. Wait a minute. During elections, we eat our future now. But I know you sit and ask how. A few of us here, we sell our votes. A few play with our vote, while majority sell their votes. And that is why we have bad leaders leading us into doom. What a world we live in. A few that dare to speak out are either imprisoned or jailed, while others, they cause more pain because of their extremity in creating and causing solution to this irregularity. You say you speak for revolution, whereas you are an introduction into cultism. Cultism, a menace that have caused so much pain and gain in our land. Our young one dies before our right hands. But yet we all sit, raise our hands and say, I am innocent.
But wait a minute. What then is the solution?
I speak to you right now. In this society, we need no revolution, but a transformation. And that is why my father Johnson Suleiman will say,
God formed us, sin formed us, education informed us, and only Christ can transform us.
So at this point, I put to you that we need transformation. Transformation not brought by the priest, but by the king. And the king is Jesus Christ. Shalom.
That was good.